And I was reminded of a quote, a saying that one of my greatest mentors said to me many, many years ago, which was, Danny, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And seeing the landscape of my team and how what I've observed just kind of in real estate is we have a tendency to kind of come out hot. In CrossFit, there's a term, it's like we redlined too early, we came out too hot in the workout. And it's the same thing. The same thing can happen in business. The same thing can happen in real estate and in many industries, really, where we forget that it's the steady agent, the steady individual who actually gets the best results. We come out too hot. We come out too fast. We burn too quickly. We burn out. And so I don't like slow and steady wins the race. I don't think there's anything slow about winning. You got to be fast, but you got to be consistent. And that's the message, is you come out with too much aggression. You come out with you want it so bad. You want it so bad. It's great. Well, that's on day 5. Let's look at day 500. What about day 5,000? Are you in it for that long? I am. So when you start thinking about it like that, you'll realize, okay, well, the significance of my actions today are maybe it's steady, but the impact, you can think of it as a long-term trickle effect. And so you'd be surprised, you'd be shocked at what today's actions could result in or help you achieve in a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. We want the results now, and this is a now economy, so we are conditioned to want everything now. As a consumer, that's awesome. You should be conditioned because that's the way the world is moving. But in sales, instant gratification is almost never the case. It's the long game. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. You want the accolades, that's great. You want the awards, that's great. They'll be there. And they'll be there 5 years from now. What are you building? And can you remind yourself when your rambunctious self wants to go out and, I don't know, just do 30 days of ridiculous activity, and then guess what, day 31 you don't show up to anything, and all of a sudden it's 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, and you're not there. I've seen it too many times. I've seen it too many times where I see good agents burn the candle at both ends for really brightly, but very, very short period of time. And so is your routine, are your actions, are they sustainable for the long haul? And are you focused on the long game? If you are, if you're focused on how you're going to finish, if you're focused on that 5,000 day mark and not day 5, then you're going to win. The very immature thing to do, and what I did when I started was, hey, I'm going to make $1 million my first year in real estate. I was 23 at the time. The audacity. And by the way, it can be done. Don't get me wrong. Just because I didn't do it doesn't mean it can't be done. It can absolutely be done. But you have to run your race. You have to know what you want. You have to know what you're in it for, and you have to pick the speed. And you have to pick the consistent actions that are going to lead to the result that you want. Not today, not tomorrow, a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. Always be thinking about, what does that future look like for me? If you do that, if you think, hey, is this going to be something that's going to lead me to where I want to be 3 years from now? That's the right approach. If you're thinking, what do I want right now? Well, honestly, like it may backfire. It may very well backfire. One final thought here. As you're watching this video, maybe you're new in real estate. Let's just say you're new. And you've given yourself a goal. You've given yourself this target. Keep in mind that the target that you've set for yourself, let's say you want to sell 24 homes in year one, that's awesome and that's totally achievable. That's totally achievable. But just know that the 24 home, like, it's not like you're going to sell 2 homes this month, 2 homes next month, 2 homes the following month. That's not how sales works. It's up and down and sideways and over and under. And so the only thing that you can control are your actions. And so if you create a game plan of actions that will lead you to that goal, you stick to the actions regardless of the outcome. Shit happens. That's outside of your control. So if you come out hot and you think, oh my gosh, I'm winning, I'm exceeding my goal, and then you don't sell any homes for 3 months, you get depressed, and then you end up not hitting your goal because you started out too hot. Well, that's, whose fault is that? It's yours, because you allowed the ebbs and flows of the business to take you out of the action. It's not how you start, it's how you finish. Same thing, other thing applies. You first 4 months, no sales, but you stay consistent with your action. All of a sudden, month 5, you have 5 escrows. It's funny how that works, right? You stay consistent to the habit, you stay consistent to the routine, you stay focused on how am I going to finish this race, as opposed to how good do I feel about how I started. That's all that matters. Stay consistent, stay focused, win. This is Danny Gould, everyone. Selling Silicon Valley. Stay legendary, everybody.